Production negatively affected by Cosatu March, and Cosatu March supported by thousands of people from all walks of life. I'm Lebo Changela with this news update. The South African Chamber of Commerce and Industry says it's already received several reports about production being negatively affected in certain parts of the country. SACCI CEO Naren Rao says many workers haven't turned up for duty, but the real impact will only be known later this afternoon.
We already have been informed that the movement of workers to their workplace has been severely impacted, and in some parts of the country there are reports that the movement of goods and therefore production has been impacted. But it is still early to determine the full extent of the strike activity for today.
The Cosatu March against the Gauteng e-tolls and labour brokers has been supported by thousands of people from all walks of life. Some of the marchers have arrived at the Department of Labour in Bloemfontein, while others have just left the Johannesburg city centre. SABC Labour journalist Cosatu March says even though the march is peaceful, the crowds continue to swell the streets of Johannesburg.
The march has received support from South Africans of all races and social classes. Expelled ANC Youth League President Julius Malema has just addressed the marchers who screamed his name in jubilation when he was introduced. He criticized the media for underestimating the number of people supporting the march. We can estimate the workers are over 60,000 in number. The first memorandum of demands is due to be handed over to the Department of Labour in Bloemfontein, where the workers will demand the abolishment of labour brokers. Teto Mahlakwana, SABC News, Johannesburg.
Hundreds of people in Cape Town have heeded Cosatu's call to support today's mass action. But it's not nearly as many as the 20,000 that was expected by the Labour Federation. Speaking ahead of the march, protesters highlighted various labour issues as their reasons for participation. Vanessa Puna reports.
UDF, ANC and Cosatu banners are visible at the spot at Kaisergracht, where hundreds of protesters have come together before the march to Parliament. They say youth unemployment, labour brokers and the scourge of drug abuse are some of the factors guiding their decision to support the strike. The protesters will march through Darling Street to Parliament, where they'll hand over a memorandum to government officials. Vanessa Puna, SABC News, Kaisergracht, Cape Town.
And over 500 union members affiliated to the Labour Federation Cosatu are protesting at the Boab Toll Plaza on the N1 Road in Limpopo as part of the nationwide march by the Labour Federation. Traffic is partly affected as protesters are picketing at one section of the northbound lane in Zimbabwe. Reporter Witness Tiba has more.
The whole area has been affected by this since Monday. However, there were some blocks that could not receive water as it's supposed to receive water. That has been for quite a long time. Since Monday, we are not receiving water from our tap.